And hello everybody, Manaus here. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse. Let's see, it was this one, yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't have been able to break the chain, or the padlock.
Okay.
The door was locked. Looking through the window, I could see that there was nothing in the van. Hobbs must have taken the portfolio inside.
Probably. What about the dumpster? Jump. Train.
The large dumpster was full of garbage. Piles of junk, mostly boxes of old paints and scraps of picture frames.
Okay.
Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes.
Hello.
George Stobart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart. I trust you have obeyed my instructions not to leave Paris.
Of course, Inspector.
Good. You clearly know which side your cookie is buttered. Now, I require your presence tomorrow at the murder scene for a reconstruction.
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur. Or, as you would say, high noon.
Sure.
Any failure to comply, and I shall have you extraordinarily rendered. Have a nice day now.
And you.
Well, that went well.
That was Nave. We're required back at the gallery tomorrow for a crime scene reconstruction.
Let me guess. Non-attendance is a criminal offense?
Yes.
You got it.
Oh.
I popped open the van's hood. Slasha. I decided to leave the handbrake alone.
Really? No, don't press the wall.
The engine was held together by rust and dirt. Everything was covered in a sticky film of dirty black oil.
Yeah.
Half the wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was the van battery. A bundle of short, severed wires was connected to the battery. None of the wires were connected to anything. It was the van's engine. I didn't really have any reason to sabotage it. A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from the dashboard. Many of the wires seemed to lead nowhere. That wasn't worth trying.
Really?
I needed a better idea. It was one of two horns in the van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. 2 wires hung loose from it. A loose wire hung from the horn. If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the other horn.
Okay. Need some loose wire. Loose wire.
It was Hobbs's mailbox. There was a note hanging out. For a second, I debated the morality of mail snooping. It was a short debate, and I won. I decided to open the letter. Dear Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to your address. It was
Really?
to discuss Hobbs's temper and other alleged infractions, some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less sophisticated cultures. Interesting. This could come in useful. Climbing drain pipes was something I preferred to avoid, unless I had a great reason to do so.
Here we got some of the wires off.
The engine bay was a mess. That wouldn't have worked. A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from the dashboard. I'd need the keys to start the engine. I had no reason nor any desire to steal Hobbs's van.
Are you sure?
Not a sound. The horn wasn't working.
Yeah. We know that. Let's save here. Let's try. Hello, Seagull.
I don't think there's anyone home.
There's a light on upstairs.
Climbing drain pipes was something I...
Okay, so we need to do something. Oh, there's something in the junk.
I had found just what I needed. 2 lengths of wire.
Oh, there was the wire. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. Come on. George? Benny?
I used the wire to join the battery to the horn.
Okay, let's try the horn and see what happens.
The horn wasn't working.
Really?
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
No. Yeah, we still need one. Right? Because here to there.
I used the wire to join the battery to the horn.
That shouldn't be working, right? Because we still need more.
The horn wasn't.
We still need one more wire. Or something.
The chain was wrapped around the gate and secured with a tough-looking padlock.
Isn't there a crowbar in there? Yeah, can we do this?
I thought about trying to pick the lock with a paperclip, but that really only works in the movies.
Really?
The door was locked. Looking through the window, I could see that there was nothing in the van. Hobbs must have taken the portfolio inside.
Is there anything else in here?
A pile of paint, wire, and other junk. There was nothing else of interest in the junk. There was nothing else of interest in the junk. The large dumpster was full of garbage. I snipped the wire in half.
Like that? Yeah. Nice.
The wire was just long enough to connect the battery to the horn.
Nice. Good job, brain. Yeah. And then there's...
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn. Everything was wired up. The horn
It took a little while, but... yeah, I decided to try, because we only had to...
I figured that should get Hobbs' attention.
All right, hold your blooming horses. What are you up to with my van?
Hello there. We fixed your horn.
So I hear. Now, what are you doing in my yard?
Sorry to bother you again, Mr. Hobbs, but... well, that could have gone better.
He's not exactly the friendliest of characters.
Smash, smash.
I decided to give it another blast.
For crying out loud, will you leave?
Sorry, just need a quick word, Mr. Hobbs. Mr. Hobbs, do you mind if we ask you a few questions?
Yes.
Yes, you will answer a few questions?
Yes, I do mind. Clear?
Not really.
Good. Now get lost.
What about restoration?
This Hobbs guy doesn't exactly like visitors.
There must be some angle we can use to talk our way inside.
Or do we have to use them?
I decided to give it a...
Smash, 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 smash.
You two again? What is it this time?
Hello there. We'd like to discuss some restoration work with you.
Then make an appointment. I'm busy.
Okay, so it is the...
This is crazy. We need to get in there and take a look around.
We need a good cover story.
Good cover story.
I decided to give it...
Bam, 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 bam. Mr. Hobbs.
What now?
Afternoon, Mr. Hobbs. We're from the model agency.
About blooming time. I'm on a deadline. You better come up.
Okay. Well, that was easy. I think we need to snoop around a
About
little bit
time
more.
you two showed up.
Hello, Mr. Hobbs. I was just wondering if...
Can it, Goldilocks? I don't have time for chit-chat. Just get undressed behind that screen.
Undressed?
That was the deal. An extra 20 quid because I need you with your kit off.
The studio was freezing.
And as for you, darling, no need to get undressed. I've got a vivid imagination, so I'll just use that. Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best belly pock floozy. That's perfect. Just hold it there.
Nico made for a good distraction. I just needed to figure out how to get a look inside that portfolio.
He's probably in there.
I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring.
Hey! Leave that dial alone. The heating gobbles up all the power and the circuits can't take it.
No.
Sorry. I turned the thermostat down again.
There's the portfolio.
A variety of liquor bottles, all empty. It didn't seem quite right. I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring. I didn't want to play around with the negligee. Those days are long gone. But I wondered who it did belong to.
Really? And I press the lift button.
Oh, you! Get down from there, it's private.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I hadn't seen one of those for years. Hobbs seemed to have a thing for 70s psychedelic jams. The record had stopped. It was Jasmine Breeze by the Hairy Lobsters. I turned the volume up a few notches. I turned the volume down again. I turned the volume up a few notches.
And we... Oh, we can do this one now. It's gonna be... It's locked.
It was locked. I wondered what was behind the door.
Hey, stop meddling with that. The power's ropey enough as it is.
Blowing the power would certainly have distracted Hobbs, but the elevator alone wasn't going to trip the whole system.
Dee dee dee. Let's do everything.
Hey! I've told you, don't mess with that thermostat.
I had no need to walk out onto the balcony.
Hmm. Do-do-do-do.
My, if it isn't George Stobart.
Lady Piermont. Oh, my. You're...
Naked? Of course. As an artist's muse, one often finds oneself en pelotas. Now, George, don't be shy. Come here and give me a big hug.
God damn it.
That day was the day the nightmares had begun. Trapped, smothered, choking by the agony.
George, darling, pass me my robe. It's terribly cold in here.
Oi, what are you doing with a blooming robe on? God help me, but you're supposed to be naked. I've got a deadline to meet.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadlines with manners like that. And besides, it's freezing in here.
Lady Piermont and I had met before. She was larger than life, in every way.
Hello, Lady Beermont.
Lady Piermont.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey! I've told you, don't mess with that thermostat.
Sorry, but Lady Piermont is cold. I thought...
Look, pal, I know it's brass, but the wiring in this building is ancient, and the fuse box won't take it. Her Majesty will just have to get used to chapel hat pegs.
Lady Piermont, Mr. Hobbs won't let me turn up the heating.
Well, we'll soon see about that.
Oh, crumbs.
If you do not adjust the heating, I shall refuse to cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take a strain. You know what old buildings are like.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Whoa, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty. I'm sure I can accommodate your needs.
Good. Perhaps you can start by letting George here turn up the heating.
Oh, go ahead then, but be careful. The power in here is temperamental.
I turned the thermostat up as far as it would go. I wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my advantage.
Yes. Let's pour that one in there.
How about a top-up, Mr. Hobbs?
Well, not bad if I do.
And then we are gonna save there.
Oh, you. Get down from there. You'll trip the power in the whole building if you're not careful.
The elevator on its own wasn't going to blow the power.
We have George? Oh, do you? Because we already have that one. We have the stereo. Hmm.
I didn't need to sit. It was time for action. I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring. I'd better not touch the thermostat again.
Yeah, I was hoping that the stereo.
A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
How did you come to be working with Mr. Hobbs?
Yeah.
Wheresoever a bohemian needs a helping hand, George, mine is always at the ready.
Really?
And what better way to help than to expose one's flesh to the sensuous brushstrokes of such a talent?
So what have you been up to since our last encounter, Lady Piermont?
Yeah.
Charity work, dear boy.
Yeah, she was the lady who we met at the hotel in
So many have lost their way.
Harry.
I try to guide them best I can.
Do you know anything about a stolen painting called La Malediction?
Oh, is this another of your adventures, George? How delicious. My heart's a tremor, George. Do you think Wilf is mixed up with this?
Maybe, but I need you to act normally until we're sure.
Mum's the word, George.
Mum's the word.
Can you keep a secret, Lady Piermont?
I am the very soul of discretion, as you know.
Are you sure?
Portfolio by Hobbs' table. We need to take a peek inside.
Be still, my beating heart. Just give me the nod, and I'm putty in your hands.
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
Yeah,
That's all for now.
I wasn't gonna do that. I was gonna do this.
That was almost a great idea. Almost. That was Hobbs seemed to have a thing for 70s psychedelic jams. Burns, Dick, Hobbs left his literature heavy and clean. Wary of any more life-changing surprises, I decided against exploring behind the screen. It was a shaky old elevator that would once have lifted goods between the floors.
Really?
Oh, you. Get down from there. You'll trip the power in the whole building if you're not careful.
The elevator on its own wasn't going to blow the power.
There's stereo. Thermostat.
The fuse box was emitting a sinister buzzing sound. It should have been condemned years ago. Nope, I needed to try something else. That would be pointless. That wouldn't have worked.
Is this gonna work? Or is it just that he needs to walk here and say, no, it's not gonna work?
Putting anything other than good whiskey in a man's glass would be a pretty low thing to do.
Okay.
Hey, I'm still drinking that.
Hmm.
I'd already jerry-rigged the horn. I had no other reason to rummage around under the hood. Climbing drain pipes was something I preferred to avoid, unless I had a great reason to do so.
We do have a great reason. We need to get there and probably do something.
That was almost a great idea. Almost.
Hmm.
I had no need to walk out onto the balcony.
Hmm.
Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs.
Oh, what do you want? You're supposed to be sprawled naked on that rug with the family jewels out.
Yeah, well, about that. Could I just ask you a couple of questions first?
Blimey. A model who's shy and chatty. It must be my birthday.
I hear you did the restoration of that painting that got stolen recently in Paris?
Might have. It's a fine piece. You can smell the pain in every brushstroke.
Really?
Do you know a Russian called Medovsky?
You know Medovsky?
Yeah.
Everyone in the London art scene knows Medovsky.
And everyone in the London art scene who likes their kneecaps knows when to keep their trap shut.
That wasn't worth trying. That was never going to work.
Hmm. Hmm.
That wasn't worth trying.
Nico?
So how are we going to get a peek inside that folder?
Perhaps your lady friend over there could help.
Lady Piermont? Well, she has many assets, but subtlety isn't one of them.
Who said anything about subtlety? We need to distract Hobbs, and she's certainly distracted. No, excuse me, but you're casting a shadow.
A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
Lady Piermont, we need your help.
How thrilling! What do you need? Subterfuge? Leisure domain?
Actually, I just need you to step on that lift behind you.
Oh, but of course.
Oh, we need more. weight.
Is this good, George, darling?
Yes.
Perfect. Now, just stay right there.
Okay, so I thought we need more electricity. We need more weight.
Oh, not again.
Oh no.
I was too late to catch a look at the portfolio.
Okay, so now he is a little bit.
It was the same folder that Medovsky had taken from his cupboard. It was the only lead, although I needed to distract him.
Oh no.
Now was my chance.
Okay, so.
It was one of Hobbs' sketches. More of Hobbs' sketches. Impressionist sketches. Well, it wasn't La Malediccio, but it did appear to be a study of an
Ouroboros.
element of the painting. The Ouroboros. There was something different about the image in the center.
Yeah.
I figured the sketch might come in handy, so I took it.
What the heck? I told you that portfolio was private.
Huh?
Well, that was fun. Just like when you were a private dick, George.
So, you're not models?
No, Mr. Hobbs.
No.
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not stupid enough. So what the blazes are you doing in my studio?
We're investigating the theft of La Malediccio.
I told you I just restored it. That's what I do. Restore paintings.
Okay.
And these sketches?
Studies done during the restoration. Nothing more.
Really?
I've got nothing to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
Did you
Wait
know?
a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Yeah.
Look, he and I went back a long way. The Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so I got the painting into his exhibition. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
We're not accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbs. We just want to get to the bottom of this.
I get that, and I'll help you however I can. But this mess is way above my pay grade.
Really?
How come you needed to make so many sketches of the painting to restore it?
Yeah.
Restoration's not about throwing a load of paint around. It takes research.
Okay.
The Serp is a complicated painting. A lot of subtext, a lot of symbols.
Why would anyone want to steal La Malediccio? It's not exactly a famous painting.
Yeah.
True, but there is something special about it that's hard to describe. There's
What is-
conviction in every brushstroke. Whoever El Serp was, he had a tale to tell. The
Really?
symbolism is deeply religious.
Yeah.
We have reason to believe that Medovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Malediccio.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
We have strong evidence that Medovsky is not the real owner.
You'll have a hard time proving that.
Yeah.
Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting. He
Really?
traces its legitimate ownership all the way back to the painter.
Why didn't Medovsky mention him?
Because they're not with him. Henri's got them. Or had them.
And
Okay.
Henri is dead.
Yeah, I think they are.
His partner.
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here. And you're wasting my time if you're not actually going to get naked. Go get the provenance from Lane, and everything will turn out hunky-dory.
but it also puts Marquez's story into question.
Yes.
Not my problem, darling. Now both of you get lost. I've got a painting to finish.
And we have a critic to interrogate.
Someone's lying, but who?
Is it the gangster or the old Spaniard?
The painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for Nave's reconstruction.
Yeah.
What about the evidence from Medovsky's house? Will you give it to Nave?
No.
I think I should. And I can put the squeeze on Lane. Ask him about the provenance.
Good.
Yeah.
I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow. This story is hotting up, and I want to make sure he keeps me on it.
Yeah. Oh no.
Taxi?
Yeah, when we get back to Paris, I think we are gonna end this episode. Bonjour. Nicolas? No.
Here I was again at the crime scene.
Yeah.
Inside the gallery, I could see lots of activity. Nave preparing for the reconstruction, no doubt.
Yeah, let's save here. Go here. Save here. And then we are gonna end this episode. Thanks for everybody who came to watch this video, and if you liked it, give it a like and leave a comment, and if you really liked it, give my channel a sub, and see you next time. Bye bye!